Hi, today I'd like to talk about the book Final Offer by Lauren Asher. First, I'd like to read to you all the synopsis of the book. Callahan. I'm the Kane brother everyone gossips about behind closed doors. Trust fund brat, washed up athlete, high functioning alcoholic. No one knows the real me but her, Lana Castillo, my childhood best friend and the only woman I ever loved. When I broke her heart 6 years ago, I promised to never return to Lake Wisteria. I kept my word until my grandfather's will changed everything. To receive my inheritance, I was tasked with spending a summer at the family lake house before selling it. The request was simple in theory until my entire plan blew up on the very first day. Turns out Lana doesn't just live at the house, but she claims to own it too. Alana. Falling in love with Callahan Kane was a mistake. He told me so, destroying my heart and our friendship 6 summers ago. When he promised to never come back, I foolishly believed him. But then Cal showed up again, intending to sell his grandfather's lake house. The biggest flaw in his plan? My name is on the deed. Now we'll talk about a detailed yet quick summary of the book. Alana, our protagonist, is a fiercely independent woman who is not afraid to wield a gun when an intruder breaks into her home. But the intruder turns out to be Callahan Kane, a man from her past who left her broken hearted 6 years ago. Their reunion is tense, filled with unresolved feelings and a sense of betrayal. Callahan, with his unruly blonde hair and blue eyes, is as charming as Alana remembers. But then she's not the naive girl she once was. Sees right through his charm, recognizing it as a trap. Despite the hurt he caused her, Lana can't help but feel a rush of warmth when their cages meet. Their conversation reveals a significant dispute over the ownership of the house. Alana insists that Cal's grandfather, Brady, left the house to her. Cal, however, is adamant that the house is his and he plans to sell it. The tension escalates as they argue, with Alana refusing to back down. In the midst of the argument, a surprising revelation comes to light. Alana has a 5-year-old daughter, Cami. Callahan, Cal, is taken aback, and the possibility that he might be the father sends him into a panic. He faints, and when he wakes up, he's forced to confront the reality of Alana's life without him. Despite the shock, Cal can't help but to be drawn to her. Her strength, her resilience, and her dedication to her daughter are undeniable. But the unresolved issues between them, coupled with the dispute over the house, create a tension that leaves them both on edge. As the story unfolds, it becomes clear that Lana and Cal's past is complex and with pain. Their relationship was spoiled by Cal's addictions, which ultimately led to their breakup. Now they must navigate their shared history while dealing with the present complications. Alana gets to know that Cal wants to sell the house because it's part of the conditions set in his grandfather's will. The house also represents a part of his past that he's trying to move away from, particularly his struggles with alcohol addiction. Selling the house is seen as a way for him to move forward and start fresh. Lana threatens Cal by warning she will take legal action, but it does not affect Cal. The unresolved romantic tension between them adds another layer of complexity to their conflict. Cal, desperate to sell the house, considers remodeling it to increase its value. He strikes a deal with a construction company, promising them a project with his company in return for their services. Meanwhile, Lana faces a financial crisis when her daughter Camila is accepted into an expensive private school. The high tuition fee forces Alana to consider selling the house, a decision that leaves her distraught. Next day, Alana wakes up excited, ready to meet the contractor for the house renovation. She and Cal start their day with a playful banter, which is interrupted when Cal mentions Iris, his sister in law, causing a moment of jealousy. It's a brief one. Alana and Cal met Ryder Smith, the general contractor, to discuss the renovation plans. There's a tension between them both, but they manage to keep it professional in front of Ryder. During the inspection, Ryder discovers asbestos in the house, which means they need to vacate the property until it's removed, as asbestos can cause cancer. Alana is initially reluctant to stay at Cal's guest house, but after realizing she has no other options, she agrees under the condition that Cal won't drink in front of her daughter, Cammy. She spends the rest of the day packing up their necessities and moving to the guest house. There are several instances where Alana's and Cal's chemistry is evident despite their decision to remain just friends. Alana's daughter, Cammy, continues to be a source of joy and humor in the story. When the protagonist screams after hearing a hiss while trying to plug in her phone charger, Cal and Cammy rush to her rescue, with Cal wielding a lamp as a weapon and Cammy showing off her karate moves. The hiss was done by his cat, Merlin. Cal's commitment to stay sober for Alana and Cammy is tested as he grapples with his addiction. Despite the tension, they manage to find moments of levity, such as their trip to the strawberry festival where Cal dresses up as a strawberry. The whole town makes fun of him. Cal and Alana's relationship continues to evolve, with moments of intimacy and tension throughout their interactions. They take Cammy to Dreamland, a magical place where they can escape their worries for a while. Here, Dreamland is mentioned like the Disney we know. As the story progresses, Cal's relationship with Lana becomes increasingly strained. Despite their efforts to keep things light and fun, their underlying issues continue to surface. He is haunted by his past mistake and the secrets he is keeping from her. Despite his efforts to prove his commitment to her and Cammy, Lana remains skeptical and guarded. Cal, grappling with his alcohol addiction, pleads to Lana for a chance to prove himself, promising to seek help once they sell the house. Lana, however, is skeptical and insists that he should prioritize his sobriety over selling the house. Cal is torn between his commitment to sell the house, which he sees as a symbol of his troubled past, and his desire to get sober for Lana and her daughter, Cammy. He is also burdened by the secret of his grandfather's will, which he fears could jeopardize their relationship if it's revealed to Lana. Despite their disagreements, the couple's bond remains strong. Cal reassures Lana that he is committed to their relationship and to be a part of Cammy's life. Lana, though still doubtful, is moved by his words. Cal's struggle with his addiction and the pressure of his grandfather's will continue to weigh heavily on him. He decides to contact a rehab facility and a realtor, hoping to balance his commitment to Lana and his obligation to his family. Cal Grappling with his decision to go to rehab, reaches out to his grandfather's lawyer to confirm the terms of the will, which he stimulates that he must stay at Lake Wisteria for 120 days. This revelation adds another layer of complexity to his situation, as he must balance his commitment to rehab with his obligation to fulfill his grandfather's wishes. Cal and Lana's relationship continues to evolve, with his addiction becoming more prominent as he contemplates his decision to go to rehab. He's torn between his desire to get better and his fear of leaving Lana and Cammy behind. His internal conflict is palpable, and it's clear that he's wrestling with guilt and fear. Cal ultimately makes the difficult decision to go to rehab. He leaves Lana and Cammy behind, promising to return a better man. His departure is bittersweet, filled with promises of change and a better future. So, how does Final Offer book end? Lana is trying to cope with Cal's departure when her friends Violet and Delilah show up at her house with groceries, revealing that Cal had asked them to check on her. They discuss Cal's inheritance and Lana's feelings of betrayal. Lana and her daughter Cammy miss Cal. Cammy reveals that Cal promised her he would return after getting better. Lana is torn between her love for Cal and her fear of destructive patterns. Lana finds a note from Cal in his room where he dares her to wait for him, the sober him. She is overwhelmed with mixed feelings of sadness, hope, and fear. Cal, on the other hand, is dealing with his departure and the consequences of his actions. He visits Iris, his sister in law, and Declan, his brother, and shares his fears and concerns about Lana's reaction to his inheritance. Iris assures him that she's proud of him for taking the initiative to get help. Lana struggles with the feeling for Cal and the silence in her life without him. She reaches out to Iris and Zara. Zara is Rowan's girlfriend, Cal's second brother, to clarify some things about the will. Iris arrives at Lana's house via a helicopter, as Declan is adamant about Iris taking a helicopter because the road is not safe. And they discuss the will and its implications. Iris reveals that she married Declan because of the will and that she fell in love with him later. She also explains the conditions of the will. If the brothers don't complete their individual tasks, their father gets their shares of the company. Lana is shocked and feels guilty for not giving Cal a chance to explain himself. Lana and Cammy continues to miss Cal. They keep themselves busy with the renovation of the house and their daily lives. Lana finds comfort in her friends and her daughter, but the absence of Cal is always felt. As the story progresses, Lana receives an unexpected surprise. Cal returns to the Lake Wisteria, having completed his rehab. He surprises Lana with a romantic proposal at the end of a candlelit talk. Overwhelmed with joy and relief, Lana accepts the proposal. That's the story of the book Final Offer between Cal and Lana. Hope you enjoyed it.